Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. We're here in Vancouver, Canada with CEO Ken Holmes of New Carolin Gold. Ken, always a pleasure. We've been busy. The show's had a lot of good attendance. We've seen a lot of shrewd investors asking a lot of good questions about New Carolin and all the other companies that are here. The point I wanted to make with people in this interview is that, I got involved with New Carolin. I knew about this story for quite some time, but I always hesitated because it didn't seem like the right timing. But the timing seems right to me now. You got a cleaned up share structure, 32 million out. You got a little bit of cash. You'll need to do a raise to do the work you want to do. But with this huge consolidated land package, you have multiple ways to move forward. The underground in the old mine, drilling in the underground could really facilitate a rise in share price, or new targets at surface that are along the Hosemine Fault. What, 24 kilometers?
28 kilometers.
28 kilometers.
In addition to the 5 historic mines, we've got 24 other verified gold occurrences. That's
right, and this is high grade with all the power, infrastructure, roads right there, water, everything's right there.
Yep.
It's too.
Yeah, we're the portal to the Carolin mines only 6 kilometers up the hill from the Coquihalla Highway, and the power runs right along the highway. So it's
right.
it effectively, our land package actually crosses the Coquihalla, so you could say that power runs through our property.
Through the property, and I've been up on the site with you. What was it, in November? We went up there early November, I think.
Yeah.
Late October, early November, and walked underground. Very impressive. It was exciting to see that the geos had marked the walls with O for ore rock and W for waste rock. You kind of see that some of the stopes where the material had been blown out, but it hadn't been picked up yet. I picked up some of that rock as a sample.
And interestingly, it wasn't just our current geos that did that. In fact, I was fortunate enough to get on the property one of the original geos that was directing the drilling when they were in production.
Right.
So he knew firsthand the waste rock that is in the bottom of those stopes, what was ore and what was waste.
And it has a certain color to it. It has this greenish
tint
to it, and you can just see it as you're walking through. That when you see that greenish tint, that's the good stuff, right?
And it was interesting when we were under there, because I know what the resource grade is, but he's, the old fellow, I shouldn't say old, he's probably the same age as me. We're under there, and he's going, oh yeah, no, that's about 5 grams, and this is that,
Well, he knew it. He worked there. He was living it every day, and it's high grade. See, this is the thing that investors want. They want to invest with companies that can make new high grade discoveries or add ounces. In case of the Carolin mine, you already got what, 300,000 ounce resource?
Well, we've got 278,000 ounce resource at a grade just slightly above the average mined grade that when they were in production. But within that, there's a lot of intersections where the grade is 6, 9, 11 grams, and decent intersections. Last summer when we did we did that 13-hole confirmation drilling program, we did have one hole that we extended out, and it hit a parallel zone, and we got a 93-meter mineralized intersection, a low grade, but inside of that was 7 meters of almost 6 grams, 5 and 3/4 grams.
So that's exciting, and this is why with all the land that you have and your good share structure now, I think the timing's right for New Carolin. So for new investors, I just think you have a very timely story, and all we need is a little higher gold price to really start getting our market going. I believe, as you saw in my talk this morning, I believe it's coming. It may not be what we want right out of the chute, but sooner or later we're going to get this big catalyst or black swan that I've been talking about that's really going to push the safe haven buttons where investors come into gold to basically protect what they have in the lieu of what's going on in the big picture with the big stock markets. So
I think you're right, and I think there's also the fact that the gold stocks have been oversold for so long that for a lot of investors, gold stocks are going to start almost looking like the new kid on the block, because they've been out of favor.
Beaten up so badly, and this is
long.
Just the nature of contrarian investing, right? It's contrarian 101. Right?
The other thing, though, I always like to point out with respect to our project is, and I agree with you on where I bullish on where the price of gold is as well. But we're still, around 1,300. And not so long ago, we did a bit of an exercise, look back during the period the mine was originally in production, 82, 83, 84. We took the gold prices during that period, converted them using the Bank of Canada inflation converter to 2018 prices. And when they went into production, they were getting a gold price that in 2018 terms would be the equivalent of about $900 an ounce. The highest it ever went in 83, it was in 83, and it was still under 1,100. It was like 1088.
Right.
And when they shut down in 84, the price of gold had gone under the equivalent of today of under $700.
Right.
So we've got, gold price wise, yes, I think it's going to go, but even if it doesn't, we've got a really good margin.
Yeah,
there.
the mine could make money right now.
In current pricing, it's good.
It could work. It could work.
And we also have the advantage that one of the things they rushed, from what I understand, and I can't speak that meaningfully about the overall history of the operation there, but they struggled with their recoveries.
Right.
And since,
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, and we've since done metallurgical work that now, where they were getting 50, 60% recoveries, the metallurgy work that we've done now is over 90%.
90%. That's a big jump.
94%. Yeah.
Right.
So we should be able to recover more gold, and even if gold just stays where it is, you get a higher price for it than they were getting back then.
Yeah. Well, you got the right combination in my view. When I look at, you're in the right jurisdiction because you've already got a lot of the permits are already there, and you don't really have to do much more.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of building some ounces, making some new discoveries on the trend, bringing some more interest. I'm hoping that sooner or later, I think with your incredible land package on a known high grade fault called the Hosamine, that other companies will want to spend their money on your project and do a joint venture deal. So I think that's...
Well, yeah, because we're not really a one mine project. We've been focusing on developing the resource that's in the Carolin mine, but it's 28 kilometers long. It's really 144 square kilometers. It's really a district scale play that even with if we were a major gold producer, if we had that exploration budget, we probably still wouldn't do it all justice in a year. There's lots of room there.
Lots of opportunity, yeah.
Exactly.
So, anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm enjoying this, and I'm interested in getting back out there. One of the things that the last time we did this, and again this time here, that I really enjoyed in this show, is the sophistication of the people coming around.
The investor. This is definitely a group of sharp investors.
They ask the right questions.
Yeah.
They know what they're looking for, and it's not some cockamamie. They're like, and they're very schooled. It's very good.
They know what they're talking about.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, listen, glad you were here.
Thank you.